Wellington, Walling, and Villard, along with Dr. W. E. B. Du Bois, a noted African-American intellectual, they all met in 1909 and formed what was called the National Negro Committee. A year later, they changed the name to the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, better known by its acronym NAACP. It was through his litigation with the NAACP that Thurgood Marshall catapulted himself to become Mr. Civil Rights. Thurgood Marshall, as was said, was born in Baltimore, Maryland. He was born to William Canfield and Norma Erica Marshall. His father, William, was a Pullman car porter on the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad, and he also served as a steward at a local country club, the Gibson Island Club. His jobs did not give him intellectual satisfaction, so he found his intellectual satisfaction at home by debating his two sons, particularly Thurgood. Thurgood talks about his father. He said he loved to debate. Quote, "He did it by teaching me to argue, by challenging my logic on every point, by making me prove every statement I made." William Canfield also used to love to go to the Baltimore courts and watch court cases. He particularly loved to watch jury trials. And often he would take his young son, Thurgood Marshall, to witness these trials. They had a profound impression on Marshall, who in later years was known for his ability to communicate with jurors, often all-white juries at the time that he was litigating many criminal cases. Marshall's mother, Norma, was a schoolteacher for more than 25 years. And she followed her sons Thurgood and Thurgood's older brother Aubrey's education quite closely. In fact, she urged Thurgood to become a dentist or a doctor. When Thurgood Marshall was 2, the Marshall family left Baltimore and moved to New York City. They lived in Harlem. Later on, when Thurgood Marshall was heading up the NAACP, he was actually located in Harlem again, right at the period of the so-called Harlem Renaissance, a period in the 1920s in the United States which saw an unbelievable flourishing of Black intellectuals and African-American music stars. Unfortunately for the Marshall family, they had to return to Baltimore when Norma's mother broke her leg. They needed somebody to care for Thurgood's grandmother. He grew up in the Druid Hill Avenue section in northwest Baltimore. And he grew up in a largely African-American neighborhood, but also a neighborhood that was integrated. There were many Jewish people and also people from Eastern Europe who had immigrated to the United States. Thurgood Marshall's paternal grandfather, from whom he took the name Thorogood, fought in the United States Civil War on the side of the Union. He later joined the Merchant Marine, and once he finished his military service, he opened up a grocery store in Baltimore, Maryland. His wife, Annie Marshall, Thurgood Marshall's paternal grandmother, also worked at the family grocery store, and she once fought the city of Baltimore over an electric pole that the city was trying to put up outside her grocery store. She sat outside in a chair where the pole was supposed to go. She allegedly told her grandson Thurgood, quote, "You can beat City Hall if you only have the guts to keep fighting." On his mother's side, Thurgood's maternal grandfather was a man named Isaac Olive Branch Williams. He, like his paternal grandfather, was a former Union soldier who actually joined the Union at age 19.